This is the Hipstitch Academy live business class, and we're talking about kids' summer camps. And if you're not teaching one this summer, I feel like you're missing out, and I'm going to tell you about that why. So, you know probably that I've been working on this really in-depth course on teaching kids' summer camps and teaching your best camp yet. So even if you've never taught one, this is, I feel like, could be your summer. So I wanted to talk about the course in today's live class, just to answer some questions that I've been getting and tell you a little bit more in depth about what's going to happen and how it's working. Because it's not super conventional, I guess. It's not just like, you know, it's going to launch and then you're going to take it and you'll be good to go. Because there's going to be 4 different modules. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. So the reason, I just wanted to say too, the reason that I'm doing this is because when I taught my first camp, and I counted the other day, it was 13 years ago, 13 summers ago. And I did a lot of things that summer that, looking back on it, they were fine for me. I didn't really have a clue, and I didn't take a course to figure out how to do this. I just sort of did it. But I did a lot of things that, you know, I wish that I had known back then. I would have done it a little differently. And that's why I feel so strongly about doing a course like this, because I want to help people be able to teach kids how to sew this summer. And doing the summer camp is just such an opportunity because kids are not in school. There's like basically 10 weeks where, you know, they get to do something really cool, you know, and I think that making something with your hands, you know, rather than playing video games or being on the computer or watching TV, or, you know, even going to like coding camp or something. It's something so tangible that we teach that I feel very strongly about wanting to help you all teach camps wherever you are, because there's kids that would love to learn how to sew and how to work with their hands. So this is kind of why I'm doing it. And I just don't want you to have to make the same mistakes that I did on that first summer camp. So, you know, I've made all the mistakes, and then I'm going to put them, you know, put this course together to help you not have to make the same ones, right? So first off, I want to say that this course is for sewing entrepreneurs who have already taught camp. You know, this isn't just for people who've never done it. If you've already taught a camp, I still think that there's so many things in this training that would really benefit you, because it's a way to sort of up level wherever you are, you know, to make more profit, to make it a more interesting camp, to make it a more organized camp, less stressful camp. And then again, as it says in the name, we want you to make more money. We want you to have this be a more profitable endeavor. So that's really what I'm focusing on. And then, of course, yes, it's also for you entrepreneurs that have never taught a sewing summer camp before. So, you know, this is the course that's going to give you step by step what you need to do to set up the registration software, what you need to do to hire people to help you, what you need to do to promote that camp so that you have all your spots filled. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. And I guess I'll just kind of walk you through the different parts, the different modules, as I call them, of this training. All right. So the first section is called Planning and Scheduling, and that section actually launched on Monday, and it's going to help you get all this preliminary stuff done. It is going to teach you some strategies for setting up your summer schedule in a way that works for you, in a way that works for your customers, and in a way that's going to make you more profitable. There's also going to be some tools for efficiently like breaking up the day, kind of scheduling out your day, and tips for making the day of summer camp go really well. We're going to get into registration software and how you're going to choose it, the things that you're going to look for to make sure that people can sign up for your camp while you sleep, basically, right? You don't want them dropping by and handing you a check. You want them finding your website, signing up for it, seeing that it looks amazing, and then paying for it before you even meet them, you know? So that's one of the major things that we go over in this first section. And then also we're going to talk about, or I'm going to talk about pricing. And I did talk about pricing, coming up with strategies to price your camp based on what you're offering, based on the market and what other camps in your area are doing. So moving on, the second module, which I think is actually going to be the most important one, that's going to launch on February 24th, and it's the marketing, selling, and filling your camp. Okay, so this is the section I'm just going to show you, and I think this is what everybody sort of thinks about when they're doing a camp, because if they don't get anybody to sign up, then there's no camp. So yeah, that section's launching on February 24th. It is going to teach you specifically email marketing techniques to get more people to sign up, social media techniques that's going to promote your brand and even get you more signups. And it's going to talk about website tweaks that you can do to get more signups, making sure your website is really efficient and, you know, basically a tool that gets people to sign up. It's going to talk about some promotional tips just outside of email marketing, social media, and the things that I really go in depth. Is going to be some other things that you can do. And then strategies for the retention, making sure that a kid who comes 1 week is loving it and coming back and coming back and coming back. Because that's what we have, you know, a lot in our camp is just people will sign up and then they realize how great it is and they're coming back for more and year after year. All right, so the third module is called Preparing for Your Best Camp, and that's going to launch on March 16th. And just to get into the reason why I didn't launch it all at once, I just felt like by sort of doling it out to you, you get the information and then you have time to implement it rather than, you know, sometimes people will, at least this is what I would do, is sign up for an online course, like watch everything and then just feel completely overwhelmed with the steps that I have to take. So this way, I wanted to little by little show you what to do, and it all coincides with a June 1st launch. You know, you don't have to launch on June 1st, but I feel like some of the camps, not in our area really are not starting until the end of June, but elsewhere in the US at least, camps are starting, I'm thinking like around Memorial Day. That seems to be what the earliest that I've heard. So anyway, the reason that I'm doing this is so that you've got a little bit to do now in February, a little bit to do, you know, next in March, focusing on marketing. And then in this third module, you can kind of spend April preparing, right? So it's a part of the training where we focus on finding people to help you with your camp, figuring out where exactly you're going to hold your camp if you don't have your own sewing studio, or even if you have your own studio, you know, maybe thinking about expanding and offering your camp in some other locations to make it even more profitable. We're talking about scaling your already existing camp. And then let's see, we're also going to talk about training and hiring your staff and then figuring out how to train them to make sure that they're teaching a really great camp. You know, if you're the only one that's going to be teaching, great, but some other camps, in order to grow, are going to have people coming in and helping to teach the camp. So that will be all in module 3, among other things. And then the fourth and final module that launches beginning of April, and it's going to be facilitating your best camp. So that section is going to be all about making the best practices for making your camp day run really smoothly, keeping your kids safe while they're at camp, and then what you're going to teach. So the curriculum that you're going to kind of go over and sort of what to expect as far as like sitting down down, you know, the first day of camp where nobody knows how to sew, and then seeing that progression throughout the week or however many days you decide to run your camp, and what you can expect as far as, you know, how their skill levels are going to grow and what they're going to want to do, and that kind of thing. So that's the facilitating the best camp section. So like I said, it's a little bit at a time. There's not a ton of time in between, but I just felt like if I give you little, you know, sections to work on, then you're ready for the next one. So I want to talk about the things that you can, the way that I sell this camp is you can buy just the video course. That's the 4 modules, and each module is going to have, let's see, probably between 7 and 10 videos within that section, all about the things that I'm kind of talking about. And you can buy that, and that's going to be one price. And then there's this added, what I'm calling the Sewing Teacher of the Year package, where you're going to get the video and you're also going to get built-in curriculum. Basically, you're going to get 3 themes of kids sewing projects, and the Hip Stitch Academy themes come with 5 projects in them. So you're going to get a total of 15 projects to do with the kids at your summer camp. And that is, so the course itself is $259. And that gets you all the modules, like I said, between 7 to 10 or 12 videos in each section. And then you can add on the curriculum, 3 themes that normally retail for $49. You can get 3 of those for 40 extra bucks. So for $2.99, you get the course and the curriculum. Then we have the Sewing Teacher of the Decade package, which is what I'm most excited about because I get to work with all of you directly. So that includes a group coaching option. I'm not going to sell that to too many people because I just don't, I don't want the group to be too big. So that's going to be a pretty special group. You're going to get 4 hour-long video coaching calls. So we're all going to get on a call. You're going to be on the screen. You're going to be talking, asking questions, participating with other people who are doing the same thing and kind of forming this group that you can all help each other. And then I'm sort of there to answer any questions that you have, to troubleshoot, to, you know, just keep you accountable for doing this camp, for launching it as you've set as your goal. So again, that's called the Sewing Teacher of the Decade package, and that is $3.99. So you add $100 to get 4 coaching calls, which, you know, the coaching calls, the value of that alone is probably about $250. So I'm just, you know, trying to create this group. And again, I'm not gonna, you know, once certain number of people buy that package, I'm going to shut that one down because I don't want the groups to be too big when we do the coaching calls. I want them to be personal enough. So those are the packages. So now I'm going to answer just a couple of questions, and let's see. The first question I'm going to answer is, oh, someone's asking if, what if I don't have a studio? Where can I hold my camp? So yes, that, as I briefly mentioned, it's going to be in module 3. We're going to come up with a ton of different ideas for where you can hold your camp. You know, just from, you've probably been through the Sewing School Startup Academy. I have a free program, and I talk all about, if you don't have a studio, you can still teach sewing classes. So great question, but yeah, it's a big fat yes, because, you know, for summer it's 10 weeks out of the year, right? So that's 10 out of 52 weeks. If you're not having regular classes, then you definitely should not be renting a studio for the entire year. That's not cost effective at all. And in the summer, there's so many more options because so many schools are not in session in the summer, right? So they are looking for opportunities for different camps, for you to come in and either rent their space or participate in their camp. You can kind of, go in and be a part of that as well. So definitely don't need your own sewing studio. So I hope that answers that question. And then the next question, is someone's asking about, and I did already mention this too, but, or maybe I didn't mention it. The online course, Sewing Camp Profit Lab, the one I've been talking about, is going to only be available in the month of February. So today is February 7th. This course is only available till the end of the month because I want each and every person that purchases, whatever package they decide to purchase, I want you guys to have 3 full months to go through it and really make this, a reality. I'm not making this course to just be like, I hope you buy it and then you never watch it. Like, that is not my goal. And I think video courses are tough. I'll be completely honest, because you can sell them and then I can sit there and see, out of how many people purchase the course, how many are actually like going through them and watching them. And to me, it's like, I just feel so passionate about, like, if you're going to buy this course and commit to it, you've got to follow through and actually do your camp. You don't have to do this crazy big camp. You can do 1 week of camp and have like the time of your life. You'll make this like unforgettable 5 days for some kids that live near you. And honestly, you'll never forget it either, especially if it's your first one. I still, to this day, remember my very first camp. And would you believe, I don't know if I've talked about this before, but one of the little girls who was 10 at the time, 10 or 11, is now one of my sewing camp instructors. She literally took my very first camp and knew her mom. Her mom teaches art classes in my area, and she took it. And now for the last 2 summers, she has taught at my camp. She's amazing. And I'm crossing my fingers that she's coming back this year. She's graduating from college, so I don't know what her plan is for the summer yet. She hasn't let me know, but anyway, I will never forget that first camp. So I think I went off on a little tangent there, but what I wanted to say was, I want you all to take this and implement it and not just like buy it and be like, yeah, I'm going to do it. So that is why it's only going to be available till the end of February. And then you've got 3 months. We can work together with, all of you. You can get to know each other, and I just want to help you put these camps together and do whatever I can to make your goals come true, right? So that's the answer to that question. It is not available forever. It's going to be available till the end of February, so don't miss out on that. And someone's asking about pricing. I can just reiterate that real quick. So the course alone, all the modules, all the videos, all the trainings, $259. If you add on the 3 sewing, the Kids Sewing Project themes, 15 projects total. And these 15 projects are meant to be like a full 3-hour, like a half-day session. And if, it takes longer than that, fine. But they're meant to be basically like 3 half-day weeks of camp. So we're adding those on. The price goes up to $299, and then when you add on the 4 coaching calls, it's $399. So that's the pricing there. So if you were watching and you've made it through to the end of this video, thank you so much. And if you kind of watched and you still have some questions, don't hesitate to email me. I love to answer your questions, and I love to hear what you think about these videos. They're really fun, but I'd love to know, how I can make them better. I am getting, Technology, I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at videos. I feel like. I hope you think so too. This has been fun. It's been my 2020 goal to just get better and more comfortable with videos. If you're sick of seeing my face, I apologize. It's not the most comfortable for me, so that's why I've sort of been pushing myself to do more video. And I hope that, you know, they're not terrible. Anyway, I just want to say thank you for showing up. Thank you for watching. We're going to be back on Monday. Today's Friday, but we're going to be back on Monday for the weekly video that is happening at 1 p.m. Eastern. And I'm going to talk not about camp. I'm going to be talking about something different. And I'm going to be talking about email marketing and how to write better emails. It's the form of marketing that I use the most for my sewing studio. And I'm going to talk about how you can write better emails to grow your own sewing business. So if for whatever reason you can't make a live class, they're always posted after the class as quickly as I can get them up there. And they can be found at hipstitch.co/blog. Okay, so this video is going to be there. And then all the past ones, if you have not caught up on all of the stuff we've been doing since beginning of December, you can watch lots of videos and see the progression. All right, so please spread the word. If you know another sewing teacher who would benefit from these, I just ask you to let them know about it. We are not in competition with each other. We are here to help each other. So that's why I'm here to help you. And I would hope that you would spread the word and let other sewing studios know about these videos. I would really appreciate it. So until Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern, when we'll be talking about email marketing, I just want to say have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday.